Well, good morning. Having a bit of a technical issue, as Bearheart, as always, wanted to pop in just for a little bit and give his energy to our Sunday reading, because it's all about the cat, you know. I want to welcome you back to the channel, back to our Sunday readings for the collective. And this week is going to be an interesting one. I love the cards that kind of threw themselves out of the deck. So there's important messages when cards jump out by themselves. So this week I used Kyle Gray's Gateway of the Light activation. And I have some cards that showed up that have not shown up on any of the readings I've done with this deck before. So it's going to be interesting. But first of all, I want to welcome you back to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you for sticking with me on all my crazy journeying and sightseeing and stuff that I do. And I appreciate that you respond and let me know if you've been to some of these places I've been to or whether you're going to. But I also enjoy this time on Sundays where it's very sacred, where we tap in to Spirit's energy for the collective as a whole on planet Earth to see what we need to focus on. And it was very interesting with the very first card that came out, because it talks about the pillars of light, which of course is the group that I formed last year with Archangel Michael. And the first card that popped up was the Hathor Light Codes. And you'll see in just a few minutes when I read the book part of it, she works with the pillars of light. Isn't that funny how that works? But it also says on the card, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. And if you're as tuned in as I think a lot of you are, I know as I am, there's been a lot of upgrading this last week or so. A lot of power surges. And I don't know if you've seen a picture of what's going on with the sun, where that you have that big, deep gash in the sun and how it's affecting us on planet Earth. But also the Schumann resonance. It actually stopped for who knows what reason for like 14 seconds. Weird. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on with Mother Earth right now that we're still not privy to. We can feel it in our bodies. We know something bigger is going on, but we're quite not at the point where we know 100% sure what the heck it is. So then the second card was the higher heart activation. And it also says dropping your shields, divine love, and your heart is healed. And the third card is the Angelic Frequency card. And that says angels are here, you are safe, and potent connection. So now let's delve into this a little bit more. And I'd actually like to hear from you guys in the comments if you've been feeling the shifts that have been going on. If you've been having sleep disruptions, or can't sleep at all, or you're sleeping a lot, you're maybe hungrier than normal, or it affects us in different ways. Some of us, see things light flashes, because that's what every time I close my eyes, it's like I just keep seeing flashes and flashes of light. So I'd like to hear from you guys to see if what you're experiencing with this newer energy since we've gone into 2026, because I've been reading about a lot of it on YouTube, a lot of it in my Facebook pages and groups. So I'm curious, have you experienced any kind of symptoms where you're hungry or you're not hungry, you're sleeping more, you're not sleeping? How it affects us. Sometimes our minds start racing and they just, no matter what you try to do, can't shut them up. Are you meditating more? Are you going deeper than you've ever done before? Are messages coming through with more clarity when you do meditate? Are your dreams more vivid? I know mine sure have spiked a lot. And a lot of epiphanies are coming through. So kind of curious on how this energy is affecting you guys. So now let's see what the Hathors, or Hathor, not sure how you pronounce her, but she's also known as Het-Heru, which means the house of Horus. And she is an Egyptian cow and solar goddess associated with the sky and fertility. Worship of this enigmatic figure goes all the way back to the 3rd millennial BCE. Hathor is easily recognized in Egyptian art, for she often wears a sun disk on her head that is held in place by 2 horns relating to the cow, sacred symbol of motherhood. She is the divine consort of the hawk-headed deity Horus, allowing her to bridge this world and the cosmic realm and bring in the infinite light of the sun. In this gateway, Hathor is the figurehead of an intergalactic race of beings called the Hathors. There's a good chance that the ancient Egyptians were in touch with this divine race, as evidenced by the many Hathor pillars at the Temple of Dendera. The Hathors appeared as elongated pillars of infinite light, illustrating their capacity to bridge heaven and earth. Their divine mission is to activate light upon the earth. Interlinked with both the energy of the central sun and Venus, they bestow solar light blessings and ignite the energy of unconditional love within. When you receive this light card, know they are ushering in great blessings. So if you'd like to connect with them, visualize a pillar of light descending from the heart of the midnight sky and bathing your body in infinite light. Chant or call Hathor, Hathor, Hathor to draw the Hathorian energy toward you. If there's an aspect of your life that needs light, think of it now. So their message for us: this is a light immersion. You are experiencing a full system upgrade. The infinite solar light of the Hathors is surrounding you now. This is a time of expansion and excitement. You are filled with unlimited potential. The gifts that were once in darkness are now being brought into the light. The parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. Life is being restored. If you have been experiencing sluggishness or tiredness, this is now being washed away. Something ancient has awakened within, and you are remembering why you are here. Welcome home to your light. And again, this is her card. And then it immediately jumps into the higher heart activation, which I think is kind of interesting when you hear what that has to say. So again, the higher heart is dropping your shields, divine love, and your heart is healed. The higher heart chakra is the most ascended form of the heart chakra. It's found in the center of the chest in the heart region and is clairvoyantly seen as a pink color. The reason that this energy center is pink is because it's the opposite or complementary of green, which is red with the white light of spirit. Through this stargate of the heart, we have the potential to connect with divine love. The love that exists in all things and experience the heaven within. This card transports us to the higher heart space where we can recognize that love is not an external essence, but a light that we hold within. It has been there through every lifetime we've ever had. When the higher heart becomes active, it's a recognition that the search for love has ended and the excavation of the heart has finally begun. So to connect to the higher heart, place your hand on your heart and affirm, I am love. Love is my truth. Love is my inheritance. I allow love to be my experience. I am love. And that one especially is very powerful because whatever comes after the I am is very potent for our soul, our spirit. So when you say I am love, it says it all. And that's exactly what we are. So the message that the higher heart wants us to know is we have experienced much fear, separation, and heartache in our lifetimes. This has encouraged us to close off and shield us from possible hurt. For a long time, we've been trying to open ourselves back up, but have been concerned about being far too vulnerable. This card shows that we have realized that love isn't something we have to work for or search for, but it's our divine inheritance. We've also recognized that this energy isn't something that comes through relationships or external experiences, but it's our natural state of being. The more we close off, the more we close off from our true selves. The more we drop our shields, the more love is revealed. The more we express the love that we are, the more it is reflected back to us. Love is our truth. And again, it goes back to I am love. And once again, here is the card. And then that finally brings us into the last of the 3 cards for this week. You know, when you ask for what is the most important thing for us to know at this time and to implement, I love how they bring this together. It's like you bring in the divine light. You recognize that you are pure love, and all you need to do is look within. You don't find it out there somewhere. It's right here. Look in the mirror. And that's an exercise that the person that used to own a piece of the universe in North Scottsdale, I worked there for a while. That was one of the exercises she gave us, was to look into the mirror at yourself and be able to say, by looking into your own eyes, I love you. Now, the first time when I did that, didn't happen because I couldn't look at myself and say that. It took quite a while. And part of that exercise is like, did you hear me? I said, I love you. Until you're almost screaming at yourself, get it through your thick head. So try that little exercise and let me know how it goes. Stand in front of the mirror, no expectations, and just look into your own eyes and see if you can say, I love you to yourself without squirming, without, oh yeah, kind of, I like you, but yeah. No, I love you. And let that mirror reflect right back to you that energy. Let me know how it goes and see if you can do it the first time or even the second time. It took me a while. And once I finally got it through the thick skull here, that I was worthy of love because I am love, I can now stand in the mirror whenever and look at myself and I'm like, oh, it's you. I love you. Hi. So see how it works for you. Now let's go on to this angelic frequency, because the angels are here. Not only are they protecting us, they're here whenever we have questions that we need answers to, help that we need. So we just need to ask. So the angelic frequency is the energy of the angels in the angelic kingdom, which is aligned to service, devotion, authenticity, and love. You notice all three of these cards keep mentioning that word. When this frequency comes to us, it's because the gateway of our heart has aligned with it. See, referencing the heart activation chakra or the higher heart. And it means we've essentially become an angel upon the earth. Angels are the heartbeats of Source. And so when we're touched with the angelic realm, we're also connected to the heart of God. This card features a being of light. The streams of light surrounding it are the angelic frequency pouring down to light up our life. This image also unlocks our soul memories of our guardian angel. Before we were in this life, we danced across the midnight sky. And as the universe follows the law of attraction, our angel was attracted to us because our likeness was also in them. So we became connected. And since then, our angel has been with us through every lifetime and every experience. So connect to the angelic realm. Visualize yourself surrounded by golden light to attract the angelic kingdom into your world. Silently say, "Thank you, angels, for reminding me of your presence. It feels so good to know you are here. Welcome in their light." So the message today is the angels are drawing close at this time. So be open to signs and synchronicities that confirm this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency. Rejoice, for you may be rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time. And you have been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all those around you. Again, it's about the collective. Your guardian angel is with you now, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you have been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is there for you. You are cherished by the angels. And that's something that we should get, because we are all beings of light. We all come from the same source. So yes, we have a huge soul family that cherishes us like you wouldn't believe. So you believe it, and you'll see it. Again, Hathor. Higher heart activation, along with the angelic presence and angels. Angelic frequency, as they say. So that is the reading for the collective for this week, January 18th. It's a Sunday, so it'll go through Saturday. And just know that you bring in the energy of love. You hold it in your heart. Let it radiate through your meridians, through your whole body. And then you project that energy out. And when you do it in the mirror and project it out to yourself, you receive it back into yourself. But do it with your friends and family and people that you don't even know. And watch the magic happen. So that is the reading for this week. But I also want to encourage you to check the description because I actually have started something new. I have joined the Hypesy platform. And right now I have available 4 different types of recorded readings. They're very, it's a very minimal price. I think they're $29 or $30 and you get a recorded reading. Eventually, because the platform does allow live streaming, so I'll eventually be able to put the workshops up there and actually be able to do some of the meditations, especially in the book that I'm still working on, trying to get it finished so that it can be out there. And that one is all about ancestral healing. But I will put the link to the Hypesy in the description so that if you're interested in a short recorded message of a question, you have 3, I think there's 4 different options that you can choose from. And that's another way for us to stay in contact, a way for us to help each other. You with, if you have a question that you just can't seem to get an answer to, I'd be more than happy to listen to what the question is, get the guidance from Spirit, and then give it back to you in a recorded message so that you have it that you can go back to so you don't forget what the message from Spirit was. And then, of course, I still have the Pillars of Light group and different ways to keep in touch. I'm not sure if I have I know the website is listed, but I might actually start giving the birth because I excuse me, have a link to the free birth totem report, but I also have a link to the medicine wheel report, and I'm not sure if that's in the description, but I will check and make sure I get those descriptions out to you or those links out to you so if that you want either one of those reports, you can get them. Yes, it will add you to my email list, and I finally sent my first one for the year last week. And it's not like I send them every day or every other day or even once a month, but I do keep in touch with you to, when new things are coming up or to let you know different things going on. So again, it's another way of keeping in contact with me. We're more accessible sometimes than just, oh my God, I got to wait until Sunday. Or she's on the road again and now she's taking videos of where she's at. So these are just different ways for us to keep in touch. But I would definitely love for you to answer those questions on especially the mirror work. And if you've noticed a difference in your energy over the last week or so, especially with everything that's going on. And it sounds like I'm getting ready to lose my voice. So we will say goodbye for this week. I hope you have a great rest of your day and the rest of your week, and we will see you next Sunday. Have a blessed week, everyone. And remember, walk in beauty. Always walk the sacred path of love.